I want, on behalf of the peace-loving people of Okpe Kingdom, welcome you to my palace, the palace of the Orodje of Okpe Kingdom. Okpe Kingdom is made up of two SGAs, Okpe SGA, Okpe and Sap SGA. And for me to administer, it is divided into 13 districts, and I appoint the district heads. With that, I'm able to keep a tab of what is happening in each community. They report to me on a daily basis. Sometimes I hear information before the security agencies. So that is how Okpe Kingdom is organized. In Okpe Kingdom, we have 3 sets of organization that rules Okpe Kingdom. The first one is Udogu Okpe. Udogu Okpe is the Okpe Supreme Council, traditional Supreme Council, headed by the Orodje and the chairman, and all the chiefs, the male chiefs of Okpe Kingdom. There we celebrate on issues affecting the Okpe Kingdom. Then we have the Okpe Traditional Council, which is a creation of law of Delta State. And they are made up of 29 members, and these members are selected by me. Firstly, all the district heads are members of the council, and also the Orodje is the chairman. Then we have what we call Okpe Agbamini. Okpe Agbamini is made up of all the chiefs in Okpe Kingdom and some of the important personalities in Okpe who are not necessarily chiefs, and some members, the presidents of each of the districts, and some members. What we do in that meeting, that whatever decision that is taken at Udogu is not passed to them to go and execute, to go and make sure that they put it into practice. That is what the 3 organs that rules Okpe Kingdom. Firstly, I want to thank you for coming to congratulate me on this my appointment as the chairman of the Traditional Council of Delta State. The position is not a permanent position, it is rotatory. It can go to anybody from any kingdom. It is the prerogative of the governor. But the governor ensures that he lives from senatorial district to senatorial district. During the time of Ibori, the first person was the Uguri Mereme of his blessed memory, the Okpara the first of Agbo Kingdom. Then he shifted to Atuwashe the second of his blessed memory, the Olu of Ori. Then he shifted to the Obi of Owa, and then it's coming back to Central. So governor has the prerogative to appoint who become the chairman of the council. The council is made of about 16 members, which is appointed by the governor from each. So that is how the council is organized, and the council has the mandate of advising the government from time to time on issues affecting the state. For instance, we are concerned that the way that our schools are exam practices is a great concern to us, the traditional rulers. Because there was a time in this country where people from Delta State, for you to be able to get admission, they have to say you are from another state, because Delta States are known to be intelligent people. But now, our boys are not doing exam and practices. Our parents like you are even encouraging them to pay so that your child can go to a miracle center. We are damaged, we are destroying the future of those children and of the state. People don't want to read again. This is not good. So you, President General, you have a role to play, to talk to your people, to talk to parents, to stop that thing. to tell your children hard work, they should read their books. I then when I go to school, there was no light. We were using candle, lantern, not candle. I can't afford to buy a candle to read. I will sit writing an exam. Now they have light, they have everything. They don't want to read. They want free money. There's no free money anywhere. They want to talk about children because it will come to a stage in this country, especially in this state, when you look for another school certificate to be a chairman of local government, you'll be able to get it because the queue now is Yahoo or Yahoo Plus, free money. We need to talk to our children. Or we might get to a stage. The only people who are ready to go to school now are our guests. It will come to a stage like used to happen in the United States, where you have professors, black professors, but they have nobody to marry. All the boys are dropouts. So we need to work on that. I want to also talk about security. This country is not what it used to be before. And I'm very happy that we now have the forum of the generals of Delta State. We must take security very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. Because what is happening in one kingdom, the other kingdom should be interested. It should be interested. I think you should have a subcommittee on security. How we can be our brother's keeper. Because some of us who are seeing crisis, when it comes, it's a serious matter. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. If the government cannot defend us. Now, we have herdsmen making it difficult for our women to go to farms, even for our men to go to farm. And we have farmers. If we cannot go to farm, we will be hungry. We'll be hungry. So if you have no food, if you cannot produce food for yourself, you are not a human being. You depend on somebody else to food. If the man cuts off the food supply, you become a slave to that person. Whatever it tells you, you will do. So we must be able to make sure that we take security very seriously, set up a committee on security, how we can help ourselves if there is crisis. Because don't say it does not concern me, it might concern you more. And finally, I want to talk about the activities of some president generals of some communities. The traditional ruler is the owner of the kingdom. Some president generals have the way of driving their king from their thrones and burning down their chaplaincies. It's not wrong. We must advise people against it. In short, when I was doing my acceptance speech, when I was doing the inauguration, I made remark to the government. Government had to do something about it. I want that the have to do something about it. If you don't respect your elders, your own children will not respect you. If you don't respect your traditional institution, because the power and the respect which other people give to your traditional ruler is based on the respect and the way you carry your traditional ruler. If you want to rubbish him, other people will rubbish him. I used to tell people, the Sultan of Sokoto, if I go to Sokoto today, if I'm like a king, they will respect me more than they respect me in my kingdom. The Sultan was my officer. When I was a major general, he was a captain, he was a lieutenant colonel. Then, now that is the Sultan, if I go there, he respect me, but the type of respect the people give to him is so high. That's why his name is all over the places. Because his people carried him high. So, like I said, the power, the respect the traditional law gets is from his people. If the people don't respect him, they don't regard him, nobody will regard him. If you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will play for you. So that is why, President Generals, you must stand by your traditional ruler and don't allow any riffraff, because he has made money, to rubbish him. Each kingdom and each crown has laws governing accession of a throne. You, President General, make sure that those laws are followed, and not somebody just making money. You want to scuttle those laws because he has money. I want to buy over people. Don't allow it. You'll be destroying your kingdom. Something I want to talk about related to security. There are some of our church who are selling land that do not belong to them to herdsmen. They sell the land to herdsmen because they want money. And if you sell a piece of land to an outside Fulani, you cannot drive him away. He now say it is his personal land. He has bought it. That is the problem we're having in the state. Incidentally, the people that are selling this land, they are not even the owners of the land.